Hey, what's up, guys? Me, Dr. Weasel here. And if you're curious on how I'm recording this video, by the way, I just want to say I'm using OBS, free software you can use to upload videos, stream, and do all that. If you're curious, I can make a video on how to use this. I'm kind of new to it, so I don't really know, but I can show you like the rundown, easy ways and stuff like that. Also, I'm sorry I've not been uploading. I know, I bet some of you are like, oh, well, he doesn't upload for like what, almost a year, like half a year, and he's gonna make a video now. So yes, I'm gonna try to make more videos. Since I have a computer now, it's a little bit easier. I can make more videos. But today we are going to be doing an NFL tier list. I know I'm jumping onto the train of people doing these NFL tier lists. So yeah, if you guys, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what else to add. But I guess we'll just start off with the levels. I guess S class would be like Super Bowl. A would just be like playoffs. B is like, your average. C, you're not gonna really go too far. Like, maybe go like 6-6. And I don't know. Maybe like 7-9, stuff like that. And then F, it's just you're gonna win 4 games or win no games and stuff like that. So we're gonna start with the Tennessee Titans. I actually think they're like it's a tough one because I know that they usually go 9-7 a lot, and Mariota is pretty good. But I don't know. I feel as if that they're in a tough division as well because they have the Jacksonville Jaguars, they have the Colts, and they have one more team. Where is it, or where are they? 1, 2. They're in a division with, I can't think of but what's the final team? What the? Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it how it is. I think it is maybe the. No, I have no idea who it is actually. I have no idea who the last one is. I'm pretty sure they're all like playoff teams, aren't they? Whatever. Who cares, right? But I think that the Tennessee Titans are like an average team that's gonna either they're gonna make the playoffs or they won't make the playoffs, or they will barely miss the playoffs. Sadly, that's just how it kind of goes. Now the Dolphins, they did get Josh Rosen. They have Ryan Fitzpatrick, which he's not really good. Their secondary for their defense is really good, but I'm gonna have to put them in C just because of the quarterback position, and their offensive line isn't too good. So I feel as if that is kind of where I'd put them down like a C just for those 2 reasons. Or their running back isn't too good, but he plays well enough that he'll do what you need him to do. I don't know. I feel as if I have a friend that is a Dolphins fan, and sadly I'm not to put him in C. I mean, I think they could be a B team if their quarterback, if their quarterbacks that they have play really good. Josh Rosen plays really good, or Ryan Fitzpatrick plays really good. Then yeah, I think they definitely could go to B, and maybe even A with their like defense if their defense starts playing really good. Because I know that they have good corners, they have good safeties, and their defensive line isn't too bad. And I'm pretty sure the middle linebackers are okay. But for right now, I'm just gonna put them at C just because of the offensive line and the quarterback. Because if you don't have a good quarterback, you're most likely not gonna go anywhere. Now the Browns. Yeah, I don't know if you don't know what they've done in the off season. They got Odell. They have Baker Mayfield. They have a lot of players, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to put them at B just because Odell could just get injured, and who knows? There's a lot of like I don't know. I feel as if they have a lot of not characters, but they have a lot of personalities in the locker room, and they kind of need somebody to be able to like control them. I'm not sure if they have I don't think they're gonna have the control of the locker room that they need, and I don't think their coaches have had 1 year, so obviously that also is gonna play an effect. Also, Odell, he could get injured, but I guess for talent wise, they're an A, but I'm about to put them at B, and also because of their division, they're in a really tough division. So I don't know. I feel like they're a team that is gonna kind of underperform just because of all the personalities, and also Odell has to work with Baker Mayfield now. Now Jacksonville, I really like Jacksonville actually. I think they're a cool team. I like their defense. I like how their scheme. They have Nick Foles now. Their running game's really good. Their receivers are okay. Offensive line, I don't think is too. No, I don't think the offense is that good because I know that the Raiders got what's his name? Is it like it's Brown? It's his last name is Brown. I forget his first name. I know he was on the Patriots offensive line. He's really good. He had 1 good year, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to put. I may put the Jacksonville in A because of the pass rush they have. They got Josh Allen in the draft, one of the best, maybe like the best defensive player that's gonna come out. I mean, obviously you have Nick Bosa and all them, but he could be the best, especially because he's gonna have a lot of people to help him, perform because he's gonna learn from a bunch of other pass rushers. Now, the Detroit Lions. I feel as if they overpaid for Is it Flower Jr. or something like that? I forget his name. They overpaid for somebody really. They gave him like 90 million or something like that. And I think they're a good team. I like the Lions. I think the Lions are pretty cool. I just don't think they're a team that can really play, especially in the division they are in, with the Vikings who are okay at best. Which I'm just gonna put them. I'm gonna put them actually at C, just because they have Kirk Cousins right now. Do they? No, they have Case Keenum, right? No, they have Kirk Cousins. I was like, yeah, they have Kirk Cousins. Oh, they have a lot of talent. Talent wise, I put them in A. But for actual playing wise and how they performed this season, yeah, I'm about to put them in C just because they played so badly. And again, Detroit has to deal with the Bears, the Vikings, and then one other person. I keep forgetting one team that is supposed to be in here. I don't know why I keep forgetting about it. It's Green Bay. Yes, they also have Green Bay, who has a really good draft. Who actually who I'm just gonna put them actually up here. They had a really good draft. They had a pretty good draft. They got a lot of people in like the free agents. I actually gonna put them at B, just because I think their defense needs to make more plays than how they've been doing. And also, again, Aaron Rodgers, they kind of need him to perform as he used to play. He kind of went down. I'm pretty sure, like he wasn't playing as good as he usually is. He's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's bad. Like I think he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but he just hasn't been playing like as good, obviously because of age and also probably of injuries and stuff like that. The offensive line's okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think their defense is like okay too. They did get Adrian Amos. He's pretty good for a safety. He was a really like a dominant safety for the Bears. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see how he plays. Now the Buccaneers. Now they had Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's gone now, so they don't really have a quarterback. I guess that James Winston can learn from. I'm gonna have to put him in F. I know that they got a really good head coach. I forgot his name, but they just got him. He's apparently like one of the best. He used to like coach, I think, Jameis Winston or something like that. They know each other or something like that. So we're gonna have to see. I think though the Buccaneers are safe. Their secondary is really bad. I know that they dropped Shady McCoy, right? I think that's his name. And then they got Dominican Sue, which if they had Shady McCoy and Dominican Sue, their pass rush would be like one of the best with Jason Pierre-Paul, which that'd be really good. Sorry, I almost forgot his name. That'd be a really good like defensive line. They'd probably be able to win more games, especially because they're in a division with the Saints and sorry the where are they Atlanta. I know they have Atlanta and they have the Panthers, which all these teams kind of have a pretty good running game and also have a really good quarterback. All of them have a decent quarterback. I mean, Saints have a Hall of Famer. Falcons have a Hall of Famer, basically a Hall of Famer, almost a Hall of Famer, and then Cam Newton, I don't know. He's really good, but he can also play not too good. You know what I mean? It's like weird. It's like I don't know. It's gonna depend if he gets injured and also if I forget their running back's name. I don't know how I do. He's really good though. Oh my gosh, I think they have Freeman still, and obviously they have Alvin Kamara, which again the Buccaneers kind of have to be able to stop the run. If whatever doesn't really, I guess I really shouldn't be going so in depth, but they're an F team just because, or they're in F tier just because of their quarterback, their offensive line, their secondary, and their defense isn't too good. And they lost Alexander, forget his last name, Alexander. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know it. I don't know it. I used to have him on my ultimate team. Okay, we're going to move on now to the 49ers. Now, the 49ers are like one of those teams that's like, because the division that they play in is very hard. It's very hard. Because you obviously have the Rams, Seattle. I'm trying to think of what. There was one other team. I keep forgetting one team. And is it the Cardinals, maybe? Whatever. Doesn't really matter, but they're in a tough division because the Rams are there. So I'm going to have to, I think they're kind of a C team, or they're going to be the C tier, just because Jimmy Garoppolo, if he plays, he's going to be really good. I know that they have a really good running team, or running game, I should say. Their offensive line is kind of shaky, but I think it's good enough. It's almost like Green Bay's, where it's good enough. It'll block your quarterback. I mean, it'll block for you and it'll protect your quarterback. Their defense is like kind of shaky, but their defensive backs isn't too bad. Their secondary isn't too bad because they have Richard Sherman. I think they have some other players back there. They also got Joey Bosa, which he's really good. Again, I don't know if he's been played too good in on the 49ers team just because it's a bad team. And usually when you go to a bad team, no offense, you don't play as good just because when you win games um you have more chemistry. Whatever. You're gonna play better. It's I don't. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't really right now. It's like I don't know. You almost I don't know. It's weird. You play a lot better when you're actually winning games, just because you have the momentum to keep playing. Now the Falcons, in my opinion, are an A team right away. They could be an S team. Not really. I mean, in my opinion, Jacksonville are an A team, maybe even a B team. They're kind of in the middle, but I'm gonna have to put them on A. Also, Falcons are kind of a B or an A, but I think they're an A just because of the talent they have, with having Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Freeman. They have a lot of good players, and they have Deion Jones. He's really good. They have a lot of players that are really good, that are just really talented. So I think that they're in A tier. I think so. Yeah, yeah. I feel like they are just because of their passing game is really really good. Like didn't they have like didn't Julio Jones? I think he was was a receiving. I think he was a receiving. What is it? Receiving yard, whatever. Not champion. They have rushing yard, like the rushing yard leader. Oh, receiving yard leader. I think he was. So I think if you have Julio Jones, no matter what, you're gonna have a really good passing game. But they have a lot of really good ones. They have a young receiver too. I forget his name. I can't think of it right now. Shoot, what is it? I don't know. I'm not. I'm whatever. It doesn't really matter. You're the Ravens. Now the Ravens, in my opinion, with Lamar Jackson, he doesn't really have an arm, but our defense is really good, and Lamar Jackson can always run. I think the receiver core is kind of weak. That's why I was going to put them in C, but I'm kind of thinking about it now. Their defense, in my opinion, is good enough to really lead them to a lot of their wins. They almost beat the Chiefs last season. They lost in OT. I just think that they need to get more receivers. I'm not sure if there's really that many. I think Crabtree's still out there, which he used to be on their team, but then I think he was just dropped, for cap space or just because he was a free agent and they whatever 1 year deal probably or something like that. I do think though that the Ravens are also kind of in a tough division because you have the Browns, the Steelers, and the Bengals. Which the Bengals, I think everyone are saying is really bad, but I think they're actually like not a bad team. I think it's the reason that they're really bad last season. Sorry, they're really bad last season is because of injuries. They were 4-0, but sadly I had to put them in C just because Andy Dalton has been playing kind of shaky, like kind of worrying. But you have AJ Green. If AJ Green just doesn't get hurt, they're like they're like even a B team. I'm gonna put them in C just because of that reason. They have a lot of injuries. They got a new coach now, I believe. Yeah, they have a new coach. So I feel as if, and their defense is okay. So I feel like they're kind of like in the middle. Like the C teams here are kind of either in the middle. Because I know everyone's gonna hate me for the Vikings. I know the Vikings have a lot of talent. I think it's just I don't know. I feel as if the Vikings are not as good. Whatever. You know what? I'm doing the Bengals. At the end, I may change some teams here and there just because when I look at it, I don't think they're really there. So I'm not sure, but I think that the Bengals are right there for right now. I may change it, but I think the reasoning that the Bengals are as a C team is just because of a new coach. Andy Dalton's been playing too good. AJ Green gets hurt too many times. I should say. I don't know. Really. I don't know how to word whatever. And their offense line's okay. Their defense is okay. I feel like there's a few holes on their team that need to be filled, and their running back's pretty good. I forget his Joe Mixon. He's really good. But now the Bears. Now the Bears, in my opinion, are 80. I know Mitchell. I can't say his last name. I'm not even gonna try. He's kind of weird because he started off really bad, then he slowly was developing to a good quarterback. Now also their defense is really good. They did lose what's his name? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my goodness. Whatever. They lost a really good running back. I'm not gonna really go check. They lost a lot of players. Kind of. They lost a lot of players actually. They lost Adrian Amos. They lost a lot of other players. I'm not gonna because I can't think of the running back's name, so I don't really want to go into it. But whatever. They have a really good passing game. Well, not really good because Mitchell. I'm not gonna say his last name. Just Mitchell isn't as good, and I feel like he's kind of like Lamar Jackson, where he has to like develop into a passing like a passing. He needs to develop the arm more. I would put him in S tier, but I think their offense is just a little bit too shaky right now to just put him into S. No, Dallas Cowboys. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I'm not now. This is the thing. Zeke can get suspended. I know Zeke, but I feel as if last we do have Jason Witten, Amari Cooper. We have Zeke, obviously Dak. We have so many players on the defensive line. We have Marcus Lawrence. Whatever. I'm not gonna go in depth, but I do think we're in A tier. That's a little bit biased, but I think we're in A tier just because we have the best running back in the league. Yes, I did just say that. I know everyone's saying the Giants, Saquon Barkley's the best, but Zeke is the best by stat wise. He's literally the best. He's the best rusher. Um, I don't know. I think our team is an A tier just because our defense is really good. Our offense played really good actually, especially when we have Amari Cooper now. We have Randall Cobb. We have a lot of players that can make big plays for us. The only thing I think that we're gonna have, I think the only thing that's actually making us not in S tier is Dak. Dak needs to be able to throw the ball better. Like he overshot so many times. Like we had Michael Gallup was wide open during the Eagles game, overshot. Michael Gallup was open so many times. You can like handful of games where he's wide open and Dak just completely missed him. And Dak needs to build that arm, so build the arm and also build the accuracy to actually be able to throw it there. Also, our tight end spot isn't too good, and I think we also need our defense is really good actually. I think we're an A tier. I don't think we're B, but I'll leave us our A just because of the talent we have, and also a little bit biased. Now, Houston, they're in a tough division. I actually think that they could be A, but just be yeah, I'm gonna put an A. Their defense is really good. Deshaun Watson is really good. He's a good person to build off a team. Their running game is okay. I don't think it's like crazy good. It's good enough that you can win games. I think they're just a good team overall. Now, the Colts. The Colts are also in that boat where I could put them in A, but I'm gonna put them in B just because that Andrew Luck came back. I think their offense is one of the best. Their defense, though, I feel as if it could be good or it could be bad. You know what I mean? It's gonna depend on what players are they gonna play the same as they played this season, or are they gonna fall down? So I'm gonna put them at B just because their defense is kind of in that zone where I'm not sure, and also their running game isn't too good. I know their offensive line was insane. Their offensive line was so good, it was crazy. Like their offensive line was one of the best. Now the Rams. I'm sorry. I don't like the Rams. I shouldn't say hate. I don't like the Rams that much because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So they beat us in the playoffs. But I have to do this like not not looking at it as a like a biased thing. I do think the Rams are in S class, even though they lost some players due to free agency and also not having the money to pay them. They are a team that's really good. Todd Gurley, in my opinion, is a little bit overrated, but he's really good. I'm not saying he's bad. I just think he's a little bit overrated. But he's a good player, and I'm not gonna say he's a bad player. He's really good. Their defense is really good. They did lose Ndamukong Suh, but whatever. That's okay. It's not a bad loss. That it's like, oh gosh, they can't do anything. But I think they're still gonna be a good team just because of Sean McVay, and he's a really good head coach. Chargers, I'm gonna have to put him in S class too. Philip Rivers is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Maybe almost. I'm not saying he's one of the best. I have to say he's one of the best, even though he hasn't won a Super Bowl just yet, and he's kind of going to that age where they start falling down. But I think they're S class. Their defense is really good. Their offense is really good. What's their running back name? Melvin Gordon's really good. They have their defensive line is really good. I think everything about the Chargers are pretty good. Now the Chiefs, I'm putting them in A. Actually, so I'm gonna put them in A. Patrick Mahomes is a little bit overrated too. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be that kind of guy that says he's a little bit overrated. I understand that he's really good. I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's really good. I think just because he had the 50 touchdowns is a lot of touchdowns to get. I think, but I may have to put him in B tier just because of their defense. Their defense is like almost non-existent right now. Like their defense is like not there at all. I feel as if, but I feel like I'm gonna put them in B. Not because I want to put them in B. I do think they're an A tier team, but I think B makes a little bit more sense because their defense is so bad. Their secondary is really bad. Their middle linebackers are not too good. They have nobody really in the backfield that I can name right now. I know Eric Berry's still a free agent. They could re-sign him. I know that they did get the Honey Badger. I forget his actual name. The Honey Badger, which is a really good player, but they need some cornerbacks. And I feel as if for right now, I want to put them in A, just like the Colts. I feel like I should put in the A. I think the Colts are more of an A team than the actual Chiefs are because Tyree Hill may never play in the NFL again, or maybe suspended. Their running back they used to have oh man, I forget his name. Can't think of it right now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh. Whatever. But I'm blanking on a lot of people's name. I'm very sorry. Very sorry if you're a fan of the running back. I can't think of his name right now. I know he's on the Browns. I just can't think of his name right now for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just totally blanking out on it. Okay. The Saints. The Saints are an S tier. I don't really care what anybody says. They're an S tier. I think I shouldn't say I don't care, but I think everyone is going to agree with that they're an S tier. I mean, Drew Brees, maybe like obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks. I'll say maybe the best. No, he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Uh, Michael Thomas is one of the best receivers in the league right now. Their defense is really good. They have a lockdown corner, Marshawn Lattimore. They're a pretty young team. They have Alvin Kamara, who's really good. He's like one of the best running backs I'd say in the league too. They are in a kind of a tough division, but again, they kind of dominated their division because for some reason Carolina lost what was it like 7 straight, like 9 straight. I think they almost beat the Saints, but they didn't. The Saints just are right now are a really good team. Obviously, when we played them, I could put the Dallas Cowboys in the S tier because we beat them, but no. Yes, during the Cowboys game, I know there was a lot of bad calls by the refs, like almost face mask on Dak. Also, when we hit Alvin Kamara in the head, should have been called. But again, I do think they're an S tier. I don't know why. I thought that'd be a good thing to bring up. I'm not gonna be like one of those Cowboys fans that's like, oh, we destroyed. No, we didn't. We did play really good in that game. Giants are an F tier. I'm sorry. Saquon Barkley's good. I'm not saying he's bad. I think Saquon Barkley is one of the best running backs in the league right now. I just think Zeke is a little bit better. I actually think what's his name? Melvin Gordon's a little bit better than him. I think Alvin Kamara is a little bit better than him. I think Todd Gurley is better than him. I think Saquon Barkley, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I think he just needs I don't know. I think everyone's saying he's really good right away. I'm not saying he's bad. I think just everyone's saying he's so good that I feel as if the Giants have a okay offensive line. I feel like they just need to build off of Saquon Barkley. They got Daniel Jones at number 6. I don't know about number 6. They probably could have got him later on because they could have traded or even got him at even second round, early second round, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I know everyone's gonna hating on Daniel Jones. I like Daniel Jones. I actually was hoping they got Daniel Jones, but I don't know about number 6. The number 6 overall in the first round was a little bit high. Saquon Barkley's good. I just don't. I think there is some running backs in the league that are just a little bit better than him. I think, as I said already, Melvin Gordon, Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara, and Todd Gurley are just a little bit better than him. Obviously, they have more experience, more game time, and more stuff that actually makes them a kind of a better player in that way. Now the Eagles. I'm obviously a Dallas Cowboys fan. The Eagles are a B team. They have a lot of talent, but in my personal opinion, that they lost Nick Foles. If Carson Wentz gets hurt, they're kind of done. Nick Foles, for some reason, it seemed like anytime Nick Foles was on the field, Eagles played. Oh my gosh, they played way better. They played so much better. It was weird. They played like they were like almost like an S team when they had Nick Foles. During the Super Bowl, they played amazing. They did do a lot in the free agency. They did a lot. They got a lot of players. I just still think they're still a B team just because of Nick Foles leaving. I feel as if and Carson Wentz has been playing kind of bad. So I think they're a B team. Obviously, by talent wise, I think they're an A team. But I think just because I think they're just a B team. Obviously, I think it's just because of Carson Wentz kind of being the main quarterback. I think they need somebody behind him just because if he gets hurt again, they don't have anybody. They have what? Probably some guy named I don't know David Nick or something. I don't know. Whatever. David Nick. I don't know. They don't have Nick Foles to kind of come in and also Nick Foles also could have taught did I say Carson Wentz? Yeah, Carson Wentz. That is his name. Carson Wentz into a better quarterback. I think right now they kind of whatever. They got their quarterback for the future. I think, but I just think that they're right now a B team just because the division they play in. Obviously, the Giants can beat them. The Giants can beat them, which that almost happened. The Redskins, if they didn't get so many injuries, they could beat them, and the Dallas Cowboys could beat them. So I feel as if the I forget the name, but I think it's like the NFC North or East North. I think it's North is pretty tough. I think it's North. I think yeah, I believe it is. I could be wrong, so if you guys want to put in the comments I'm wrong, go ahead. Um, Also, if you guys want, you can also put your tier list. Like if you want to say S class is this team, you guys can always tell me that. And if you guys, think, oh, you think the Giants are actually a C or a B team, tell me down in the comments. I'm curious, guys, to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you think, I don't know, the Colts are actually a B team, tell me in the comments down below. And that's kind of mid video, but I just wanted to say that because I was kind of like excited to say that. I don't know why, but I felt it was kind of cool. I don't know, whatever. I saw the YouTubers saying it, so I felt like it would be, whatever. I think the Steelers are a B team. Now, I have been saying that Big Ben is kind of trash, but I actually am going to take back everything I said about him. Big Ben is going to go down in Hall of Fame, kind of sadly. I'm just checking. Not kind of sadly. He's actually a really good player. I do think they lost Antonio Brown. They lost Le'Veon Bell. They lost a lot. But James Conner is a young running back that's also really skilled. They have Juju Smith-Schuster. Their secondary is like pretty bad. But I think the Steelers aren't like terrible. I just think that they do need to kind of build off of They need to build. Oh, sorry, I didn't even. That probably sounds really bad in the microphone. Sorry about that. They need to build off. They need to build off of maybe the quarterback. I know that it's kind of early, but I think they should start looking to the future. I know they have I forget it. I forget his name. My friend, my little cousin told me about him. The Steelers quarterback, like their second string, is really good. I just forget his name. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Whatever. But he's really good. I think they should kind of start looking for the future because Big Ben, he's been playing kind of bad. No offense to him. They've not been playing. He hasn't been playing as good as he usually is. Obviously because of age. Like every quarter, like even Tom Brady hasn't been playing as good as he used to be just because of age. Like age comes and you can't do anything about it. Whatever. Okay. Now, I'm sorry to Denver. I like Denver. I'm actually looking at this Viking thing right now. It's kind of okay. Let me just put this back down. This Viking thing is kind of annoying me. I think they're actually a B team. Every time I look at it, I'm like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. Every time I see that Kansas City thing, I know it's such a bad idea to put them there. It's just because of their defense. You know what I mean? It's just because of their defense. Also, if you guys want me to, I can put these in like actual order. If I think this is the actual top team, I can do that if you guys want me to. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I may do that at the end of the video. I'm just gonna put the Patriots up here real quick. I just want to do that. We all know why the Patriots are an S team. I don't think I really know in depth. Just want to tell you that real quick. Just want to do that real quick. And I'm just gonna do obvious ones. The Cardinals, we all know why. I know I could have done Denver, but I just want to say, obviously, these two are like, in my opinion, the Cardinals may be the worst team, and the Patriots may be the best team, obviously, because they have the best head coach. They have maybe, they have a lot of holes and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, Denver. Denver, I'm gonna put in C. The reason I'm putting them in C is because their defense. I mean, they beat the Steelers. They had actually started winning a lot more games against pretty good teams. I don't think they're that bad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go to the microphone. Philip Lindsay's pretty good. I think they have a decent team that can actually win games for them. I'm not sure though. Otherwise, I think that's really it. I don't think they're like a star out. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're definitely gonna no. Again, they're in a tough division with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers. I'm actually gonna move. Fine, I'm gonna move the Chiefs there. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I already know everyone's gonna be telling me no, the Chiefs are in A, they're in A. So I'm gonna put them in A just because I already know everyone's gonna be saying. Everyone's gonna say the Cleveland Browns are in A team, but I don't think they are. Denver, again, they're in a tough division. I would put them in B if they didn't have Joe Flacco as their quarterback. If Drew Lock was their quarterback, I would obviously keep him in C or even put him in F. But again, I think they're a C team. Also, when Joe Flacco said, "I'm not here to mentor Drew Lock," I think that was kind of just a stupid thing to say. Just didn't make much sense. Why would you ever say that? Also, their defense is already good enough. Nick Chubb, right? Is that Nick Chubb or was it? Yeah, I know his last name is Chubb. I'm not sure which. I think because there's like two. There's like because the Browns, I'm pretty sure have a running back named Chubb. I'm pretty sure Denver has someone's last name is Chubb, so like they both whatever. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Chubb. I could be wrong. Again, I think I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna really care. Whatever. I do think Denver has a chance to maybe go maybe go 8-8. They could go in 8-8 if they have the right schedule, if their team plays really good, and if Joe Flacco, instead of throwing checkdowns, throws it down the field. Okay, Panthers. Now Panthers are a team that I don't know. I don't know about. Cam Newton's not bad. Sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp. Cam Newton isn't bad, but he could be injured for. He may play out the season. I think people said right. I think if he plays out, they're obviously an F tier, even if they have that really good running back, which I can't think of his name right now. But I'm gonna put him in B just because of talent wise they have. Their passing game isn't too bad. They're a team that could go 9-7, barely miss the playoffs, or just miss the playoffs cleanly and go in 8. But any of the teams like here could go in 8-8. You know what I mean? Any of them, and like the Rams could go 4-12, or any of these teams could go 4-12 just because of injuries wise, or just randomly. Raiders, sorry, but yes, they're gonna go into the B tier. I should just I'm not really saying that which tier they're going into. I'm just kind of going to next one. Okay, whatever. I think the Raiders are obviously an F team. I think F tier. I think the Raiders or the Cardinals are the worst team. It depends on which of them wants to tank harder. I guess tank for the number 1 pick. I think when the Raiders picked that one guy from Clemson, that pass rush, I think that was a bad mistake. Could have got Josh Allen or the sweat guy. I forget. It's like David Sweat or something. I don't know. They could have done a lot of things. Like instead of getting what they got, they could have gotten better. Now, Redskins. Now, I don't like the Redskins. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm actually gonna put them in. Okay, see, when they had Alex Smith, they were actually almost an A team, or even they're like in the middle of B. I'd put them at B. Alex Smith. Now Alex Smith is hurt. I don't know why even like that. Is hurt. He may never play again, or he may play in he may play at the end of this season when they needed him at the beginning, and sadly because of injuries and all their like backups got hurt. So they have Case Keenum now, I believe they have not Case Keenum. Yeah, they have Case Keenum, right? Because they have Joe Flacco. Is it Case Keenum? I think it's Case Keenum. Who does and the Vikings play with Kirk Cousins? Did I say Kirk Cousins, or do the Vikings play with Kirk Cousins? I'm not sure now. Whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna put them in B just because the draft was really good. They have their quarterback for the future. I forget his name right now. I can't think of it right now. Oh, not almost like John Watson. I don't know it. I can't think of his name right now. I don't know why. I'm like full on brain farting. His name. I don't know why I am. He's really good though. They have that spec guy too on their team. I don't know his first name. Sorry. But I think they're a B team. I know obviously I'm gonna forget some names. I don't watch football 24/7. So sad. Sorry if if your favorite team is the Panthers and I can't think of their running back's name, or if you're a fan of the Lions and I put them at F tier and I don't know one of their players' names. Okay, Buffalo Bills. I actually think the Buffalo Bills are a C or an F. I'm gonna put them at F because of them having a young quarterback. Their offense is kind of shaky. Their defense is pretty good, but I think they're shaky. I think they're kind of like a dark horse team, but I think they're not gonna go to the playoffs. I think they're gonna go maybe 6-6. I think you can go. Yeah, 6-6. No, you can't go 6-6. I think they're gonna go 6-12. Because they're a young team that doesn't really have, they're not, what I mean. Like they're a young team. They are the first team to ever sign a rugby player, I believe. They are the first team ever to do that. Maybe another team did that, but I believe they did sign a rugby player. Okay, Seattle Seahawks. Now this team could be an S tier or could be a B tier. I'm gonna put him B. Sorry, B. I'm gonna put him B tier just because I feel as if they're kind of, no offense to the Seattle Seahawks, they're kind of average at best right now. They went, what was it? I think they went 9-7 or they went 10-6, just like the Dallas Cowboys. We played them. It was a really close game. So I think I could put them in A. I think I might put them in A. I may leave them at just at B right now, just because of the division they play in too is really hard. But also, I don't know why I keep saying that, but also I think they're just a B tier team. I think their defense is pretty good. I think their offense is pretty good. I think they're just that like a good enough team that could make the playoffs or couldn't make it. That's why I think B tier is like a team that could go to the playoffs but may barely miss it. And I think C is just like, not gonna be able to go. Jets. I'm sorry, the Jets. I think the Jets are an F team. Again, they're a team that's just starting to like build off of their new quarterback and stuff. I can't think. What's his name? I can't think of it right now. Whatever. Um, but they're starting to build off of their new quarterback. They have Le'Veon Bell. I mean, their team isn't bad. I just think they have to build off of the team that they have. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really know how far they at on the Jets. I don't really follow them, so I don't really know. Now I'm not sure if I'm gonna move any of these. I think this is what I'm gonna keep it as. I'm kind of thinking here, right? Are any of these teams S tier actually? The only reason I'm not putting them is in S tier is because their offense is really good, but again, their defense has too many holes. I may put the Colts in S tier, but I'm gonna leave it A, I think. Yeah, I think this is where I want to keep it. Yeah. So this is my tier list. I know I'm kind of jumping onto the trend of making tier list. Oopsie, sorry. I know I'm kind of jumping onto the trend of making these tier lists. I'm thinking about maybe doing running backs, maybe quarterbacks as well. Just got to remember their names, which is gonna be really bad remembering names. But again, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys want me to do more tier lists, or if you guys want me to do, I don't know, any other type of tier list, maybe like NBA teams. I'm not gonna be really good at that, but I'll probably put, you know, teams that are really good and actually an F tier by accident. Okay. Again, remember, like, subscribe for your family and friends, and see you guys later.